the Oilers signed Quinn Hutson. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good signing. I know.
You got to take shots like that when your prospect pool is depleted, so I give the Oilers credit for getting this kind of a deal done. He obviously put up a ton of points with the Boston Terriers this last year, a massive, massive jump in his point production year over year as well. He had 14 more points despite playing 2 fewer games. The only reason I kind of look at this and raise a little bit of an eyebrow is whenever a 23-year-old really starts to produce the way he does in college hockey, I'm a little bit like, okay, how much of this is just you being older and more experienced than everybody, right? Yeah, it's man against boys to an extent, right? So I don't know.
Someone, I forget who it was. Numbers similar to Drake Caggiula when he was coming out of North Dakota.
So
ended up giving the Oilers a few good years before they obviously moved on to Brandon Manning. But I like the signing. I like the idea of getting someone with a bit of college caliber, you know. I think this year they've done well at signing players out of Europe and college, but like you think back to previous years, like Carl Berglund, like no one really knew who that guy was, right? They're getting a leading goal scorer, a point getter of a team that went to the final. That's good.
Yep, that's fine. Again, comparison-wise, the numbers in their last season of college are basically dead on, and I think they would have been the exact same age as well. Caggiula was in the 15-16 season. So actually Caggiula would have been a year and a half younger than Quinn Hutson was. So and again, someone in the chat, McToads, Tyler is such a downer. I'm not a downer. I'm just being realistic. If you think Quinn Hutson's going to come in here and play on the Oilers' top line for the next decade because he put up 50 points in college, it's not going to happen. I like the signing. It was a smart signing. I think he has potential as a bottom 6 NHLer. All of that. Like, good move for the Oilers. I'm just trying to temper everyone's expectations because I think people are seeing the last name Hutson and thinking the Oilers are getting some second coming, some superstar. So, again, Hutson's going to play tonight. That is cool. I love shiny new toys as much as the next guy. Do I think he's going to have any impact in the playoffs? No, I don't think he
can't play.
Oh, he also isn't eligible to play in the playoffs. So, like, again, this is a guy who is going to play these final 2 games in the name of burning the year off his entry-level contract because that's what got this deal done. That's why he chose the Oilers. And, yeah, it's a fine signing, and when your prospect pool is depleted, you need to do stuff like this. Quinn Hutson is not the one I'm excited about. The one I am excited about, and maybe you could shed a little bit more light on this, and also don't just this isn't just me wanting to throw cold water on stuff. I talk to people who are at the Frozen Four. I talk to prospect people. There's not a lot of excitement around Quinn Hutson. So whatever. You want to call me a downer. You want to say, let people be excited. Sure, yes, let's get some positivity. Sure, yes. Again, exciting. He's in the lineup. They signed a big-name prospect. He's not a 30-goal scorer at the NHL level at any point in his life. He's a bottom 6 depth guy. And again, the Oilers need that. They need cheap bottom 6 help because that's how you continue and keep a Stanley Cup window open. I am just saying, temper your expectations with this. Now, the one where I think we can get excited is Atro Lepinen.
Yeah, 26-year-old from Finland, played for Sport in Liga. Defenseman, led their team, but not only did he lead their team with 63 points and 21 goals, he also led the entire league. Yeah. Which is not nothing. And,
as a D-man, like that's crazy.
Yeah, did we get the quote board?
He set the record for points.
We had a quote from Stephen Ellis, one of the best European free agent signings this year, in his Estonia jersey.
You're not going to trust that guy right there on camera?
You don't think this guy knows a thing or two about Finnish free agents?
I mean, with that jersey, you have to. But Stephen, in all seriousness, knows something about basically every kind of prospect and player in the world. And I think for him to say that actually has a better weight behind it. So this is a good signing. Obviously, the Oilers have been busy with signing these European players. I believe he is now the third kind of prospect they had, because they obviously sent Samuel Johansson as well, who had a great season over in Europe too. So this is a good signing for the Oilers. It's going to be interesting to see how he kind of develops, I guess, within this roster and where he lands this season. I would think he makes a team next year. I would think so. I don't think you sign that guy and he's coming over being like, I'm going to play in the American League and make my way through. I think he's been told, like, you're going to be given an NHL deal and he'll have every opportunity to make this team.
Yeah, I can see it. So, again, you're planning on going into next season. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Wallman, Kulak, Emberson, Stetcher's under contract. I think he'll be a part of the conversation. I also just wouldn't be surprised if maybe they told him, like, hey, half a season in Baco, get used to North America, and then will give you an opportunity when the time comes. But again, a smart move. Like, you need to take shots like this when your prospect pool is depleted. So, yeah.
Yeah, and the other two, Samuel Johansson, obviously mentioned him. He was a prospect. He is a prospect for the Oilers. Later round pick, I believe. 24 games this season in the Liga, had a .922 save percentage and a 188 goals against average. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. He should be pushing Rodrigue for starts next season in Bakersfield.
Yeah. And the other guy, like, they signed him a few weeks ago, but Ellis was very high on David Tomasek. He said he's a guy who he thinks could score 10 to 15 goals for you next season. So
perfect. The Oilers, he's coming around recently, but it's just going to push guys like Derek Ryan and, honestly, Kasperi Kapanen and those kind of players out of the lineup if he's able to perform, which is obviously an upgrade on for Edmonton. Bowman's done a good job in this. We obviously reviewed it the other week when we signed both those guys, Samasemic as well. Yep. Just like, done a good job of finding a European player. So I like the odds of one of these guys becoming something of relevance to this team one day.
Yeah, I agree with you. Again, got to take these shots. What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.